Hello. So, throughout my life, really, especially adulthood, I've always been fascinated when I meet a couple that's been together a long time and they seem happy. I always ask, what's the secret? What's the secret? Old people, older people, mature people, anyone that has put in the time and has the material upon which to base the opinion, what's the secret? And I've heard all kinds of reasons. Um, Now that I've started to study the narcissist, it hasn't interrupted that. I still want to know, and I still see happy couples as happy. The narcissist thing has not completely tainted my vision of every person in the world. I don't look at couples and think, oh, is he a narcissist? Is she a narcissist? They've been married 30 years. I don't do that. I don't. I still ask, what's your secret? If I see somebody happy, I'm assuming they're happy. But when you're in chat rooms, or not chat rooms, that's not the word, but on a forum and you're reading things and you're reading commentary, you know you're reading about somebody that is in a narcissistic relationship because that's the forum that you're in. It's taken me a minute to even get the composure to make this video because I'm going to read you a quote from a woman that apparently has been with this person a very long time. And this is the probably most concise, succinct explanation I've ever heard in my life. I will not read her name because she is not a public person. She was a comment on a public person's site. So I'm not quite sure that she would want her name read. Do you know what I'm saying? But her comment is brilliant and sad. It's very sad to me, but this is her life. So it rocked me. And if you are in your life with your narcissist and your life is encapsulated by your narcissist and you see no way out, or you've been in it, you might relate to this. If you are, this sounds like she's been with him a long time. So here's the quote, and I'm going to try to get through it. It's as if I don't exist unless he needs something from me. Meals, reassuring, clean clothes. Someone to verbally abuse occasionally. That's about it. When we were younger, he ticked every box in the narcissistic list of extreme behavior. It's not so bad now. We are old. He's very insecure, still. Angry 75% of the time. Overreacts. Quick to launch into blame. Never takes responsibility for anything. Controlling of money. Controlling of my whereabouts. No consideration for me. The black and white, all or nothing thinking is obvious. I'm crazy to stay, but got nowhere to go. Give me a second. Okay, so she's a warrior, as are all of you that are living a life this way. And this comment, oh my God, I'm a mess, is why I'm making this video, because how sad is that? That that's her life. Now, she's at a place of acceptance. She's accepted it, and she hopefully found happiness elsewhere in her life and fulfillment in her life with children or friends or family or whatever. But oh my God. And she says it so matter-of-factly. You know what I mean? She writes it so matter-of-factly. I mean, these are the real warriors in life. These women, this is a woman that wrote this, but there are men too. But she lived her life being someone who is there to serve this person and be there to take flack from this person. And that's how she sees it. So, to wonder why she didn't leave is pointless. We've discussed that for hours. It's everyone's own journey. Not everyone leaves. Not everyone leaves. And there are millions of people that are out there with their narcissist right now. Okay, so for example, think about baby boomers. This woman, she says he's very, they're, when they were young. So I'm assuming that maybe she's a baby boomer age, maybe. Baby boomers are coming of age now into retirement, and if they are the biggest generation ever, as we all know, there's millions of them. So there's got to be millions of them that are narcissists. If you have millions of people, millions and millions of people that have been married 35, 40 years, they've got to be some in there, because not everyone leaves. So that's why I talk to all of you, because regardless of what stage you're in, this quote is beautiful to me. Regardless of what stage you're in, you have to appreciate going forward the strength in people who have stayed, because and the sad place for people that had nowhere to go. And I was very careful just then. I didn't say that felt they had nowhere to go, because some people have nowhere to go. And you might say, well, Renee, this is America. Anyone can make anything happen. I understand what you're saying, but you don't know this woman's situation. Maybe she has no family. Maybe she has no skills, no anything that would bring her a life for herself to be able to leave, or maybe she doesn't have it within her to leave, or we don't know. We don't know this woman. But the fact makes me so sad that her life is, and the way she just says it like it's nothing. Oh, well, this is it. Clean clothes. Like, it breaks me. And it's beautiful in its simplicity. It's really beautiful. Her acceptance and her ready explanation, like it's nothing. This is life. It's been her life. This is her life. It's been her life. So if you are wondering what life will look like if you stay with your narcissist, say you're not older and you don't have a sentence in there like, well, when we were young, maybe you're still young. If you stay with your narcissist, that is probably the best explanation I've ever read. And I think that's essentially what a lot of people's lives look like when they do stay with a narcissist person in a relationship. They don't change or get better or start paying attention to you or start stop abusing you or give you attention or pay you proper mind. This woman says it all right here, and it never changes. Say she's 60 or 70 years old. He's still never taking responsibility for anything. He's still controlling of her, controlling of money. He's still not considering her. He's still angry 75% of the time. He's still verbally abusing her occasionally. He's still needing things from her like meals and reassuring his ego is what I'm assuming she means when she just says the word reassuring. Clean clothes. Like that's, I'm sorry, but it's just emotional for me. Je m'excuse. But I just feel so bad that somebody felt they had nowhere to go and then stayed with this person. And she even says he checked every narcissist box when he was younger. So I don't know if she's learned of that now, thinks back to when he was younger and realized he checked every box, or whether she knew the word then and proceeded and stayed with him anyway. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter why she didn't leave. All that matters is this woman has such a graceful handle on the explanation of her life, and she has accepted it, and there's no whining in this explanation. She just states the facts. She doesn't sound like a victim. She just basically defines narcissism in her explanation and lets you know that that's her husband. And if that is the outline of what you would like to say when you're 65, then if you're staying with your narcissist, I guess you're on the right track. Because that statement to me is a very powerful testament to the fact that they don't change, they don't improve, they don't ease up, they don't soften. They don't soften. He didn't soften as an older man. He's 75% angry all the time. Can you imagine the burden of being with somebody who's 75% angry all the time? I mean, that doesn't make sense, 75% all the time. But you know what I mean, what she said. How did she say it? Let me say it again, because now that's killing me. Angry 75% of the time. That's a hard life to have somebody next to you who's angry 75% of the time. And I love this woman. Let's all send good vibes to her wherever she is and have her be strong and find some happiness somewhere in her life. That is all I can hope for this person. She's not leaving at this point. No way. And many of you aren't. And you may be in the same exact point, the same exact age, with the same exact sentiments and realizations. And I hope you're handling it as gracefully and as matter-of-factly as this lady is. Maybe she's compartmentalized it and doesn't let it bother her anymore. And maybe I hope, I picture, I pray that she's living her own fabulous life and lunching with ladies and has children that are fabulous. And my mind went nuts when I read this. I was so concerned for this woman. And I just wanted to share that with you, because I think that is definitely what is on the horizon for any of our lives if we were to stay with a narcissist. So I just wanted to share that with you. I held it together. I'm stopping it before I lose it again. Chin up.